Hey y'all, just want to introduce y'all to this episode. Chilling here in the Real License studio, and this episode had a different type of energy. Um, Myself being, a brand new content creator, Wormbass is a legendary musician from the parish of St. Thomas. Both of us very passionate about Paul Bogle country. You know what I mean? Um, Turned out to be more of a conversation and less of an interview, and those are usually like the best ones, and just want y'all to check it out. And this is part one. Part two is coming up. It was that good, we had to split it in two. So um, check it out and subscribe to the channel. We're on a mission to our first 1,000 subscribers. We can do it, and show YouTube that we're serious. And let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and I want to just thank everybody who helped me out. Big shout out to the big homie Bruce for facilitating this interview, and thank Worm again for appearing on the program. You know what I mean? Check it out. License, Mark all day, every day. Paul Bogle country forever. How you doing out there, world? Welcome to another episode of the Real License Podcast, the only show in the world that's licensed for real. You've seen, the principals, the sound system legends, as in JT, the track stars, and I could go on and on. But today, we're about to sit down and have a little, chop it up with someone in the music industry, like real music, like an instrumentalist. And you may have seen him across the world, providing backing music for some of your favorite reggae and dancehall artists. And I bet you I didn't know he's from the only town in St. Thomas, that's Johnstone.
See.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a talk with the one, the only. His parents call him Delroy. The world know him as Worm. He plays the bass guitar. He's Mr. Wormbass. Welcome to the program, sir.
Blessings, man. Glad to have me.
Real Johnstone people. St. Thomas to the world.
Here, yeah.
So, the world know you from playing the bass guitar. You're legendary at that. You make a name for yourself. But people don't come out their mama's womb playing the bass guitar. So let's talk about the early beginnings of where you're from, where you were born, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I'm happy to be on the program, and I must commend you on the good job that you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
Lifting up my home parish, and yeah, it's a good vibe.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah, it's a good vibe. Yeah, well, I'm originally from St. Thomas, little parish, as you say, little district called Johnstone. Born, raised, bred, everything. Right
AKA mile and quarter. For those of you who don't know, Johnstone is precisely a mile and quarter from Johnstone Cross. Now,
yeah, for real. So yeah, wasn't born in the hospital. So Princess Margaret never born out there. Actually born at home.
Wow.
Yeah, on the 28th of November. Won't tell another year.
Won't tell them the year.
Yes, I'm a Sagittarian.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm like a country boy where have, high hopes, high expectations, and from an early age, we realized that the music was what our calling was.
Yeah, we're going to get deep into the music, but
Yeah.
when I have guests, I like to really explore a little bit deeper about the early beginnings with emphasis on the parish. So were your parents from Johnstone too? Did the parents ever live in any other communities in St. Thomas before Johnstone?
No, my mom is from Portland.
Oh, okay.
She came from a parish district called Comfort Castle in
Oh, okay.
Portland.
Okay.
Way up in the mountain,
Oh,
Rio
okay.
Grande River and the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So she came to live in Johnstone, but my father is originally also from Johnstone.
Oh, okay,
so
okay,
my
there
father
you go.
took in my mom originally.
Originally from
So from
Johnstone.
I was born, apart from just going to visit relatives on holidays and stuff, Johnstone is the only place that we have ever lived.
There you go.
So we're really authentic St. Thomas Johnstown man.
To the core.
To the core, yeah.
So early education, where did you attend school?
So the first school was a little basic school up in Johnstown. I can't remember the name right now. Yeah, but from that little basic school we transfer over to the all-age school, Johnstown all-age school.
Right there on the hill.
Right there on the hill.
Flat, just that little
Yeah. So yeah, early age, them early stage, so we passed the common entrance and we went to Yallas Secondary, you know. Then we transferred from Yallas Secondary to Seaford.
Oh, to Seaford School.
Yeah.
My first Seaford High School guest, and you will see some more. Trust me.
Yeah.
You will see some more.
Yeah, we didn't spend a lot of time at Yallas, but we spent all the time there in Seaford. Well, my year, for some reason, we didn't graduate. Nobody in that class graduate, and I'm talking about some famous people too, and some top people right now in the police force, people like Shadow and Jimbo and some real St. Thomas
I know Shadow,
people.
I don't know who Jimbo is.
Yeah, you know, so Miss Krasman was our principal at the time.
She lived on Ivory Crescent, right?
Yes.
Her children are my classmates.
Okay.
Nadine and Elizabeth, yeah.
See,
Yeah.
so there was some kind of problem with she and some of the 11th grade students, and she just buy suit and everything, rehearse for graduation and everything. And
No graduation.
No graduation.
Okay,
Yeah.
stuff happens. I'm going to investigate.
You should.
I'm going to investigate what
Because
happened right there.
I'm telling you, probably nobody else has ever talked about it.
Okay.
Really, but
I know some people. I'm going to ask, what happened back then?
Yeah.
What year was this?
Oh my God, that was, I think, about
87?
86, 87, 86,
Oh,
one of
okay.
those times. Yeah. Yeah, but my growing up as a youth, education and school, and it was good, you know what I mean? I was very active in school.
Did you get a chance to explore any music while at Seaford High School?
So I'll tell you that now. When I was going to Seaford High School, I was like their little vibes man, like, you know, music, anything to do with music is me. And there was this guy at the fence side who would do like sell cane and jelly to the students on break time. So he has a box guitar.
Oh.
So sometimes I get so carried away with this box guitar till my class start and I don't reach back yet. So it's Krasman, everybody know me as that kind of person. So I used to do like devotion and, you know, because before that, earlier out, I was very active in the church. And most of my experience as, you know, where music is concerned, start from the church.
So like a lot of legendary singers and players of instruments, they have roots in the church. So that's the same for you.
Yeah, because what really happened, you know, you have to know this, that Jamaica on a whole is very church oriented. You know, everybody once you're born, you have to go Sunday school, you have to go church.
And like I spoke to you, you know, briefly before the interview, if my memory serves me correctly, that church at Tapil Road, I remember you playing music in that church.
Yeah, I mean, every church I've got in Christ, in St. Thomas, and I could say in Jamaica, know me. Because as a little 8-year-old youth, I was the 10 cent put him up 50 cent.
And take him down.
So I was a person who go around and sing, because before I started actually playing, I was the singer. I was the St. Thomas singer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people used to come to my house for me when their church needs some kind of building fund or whatever they call it, convention or
to coordinate a concert.
Yeah. So I would go with them to do this, you know, raise fund. 10 cent take him down, 50 cent put him up. Hours.
Whenever I have anybody on the show that I have a personal experience with, I like to mention it. So I told you this story before. I want to tell this story in Canada.
Yeah.
There was a guy from license, Lindale Thompson.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
the mains from
Means,
Seaside Road.
yeah, on a seaside.
He had
road.
migrated out a
A
long
long
time,
time.
came back with a gospel band and had a show right on Johnstone Cross.
Yeah, I remember.
And I remember him was playing and he was entertaining a crowd, and I remember he stopped to put emphasis on how reggae music influences gospel style. And he went right into a reggae song, and I remember Johnstone Cross mash up.
Yeah.
And it was me, you, and Patrick Lowe standing
See,
together
big
right
bad
there.
drummer too, you know?
Yes. Big up to the Lowe brothers, man.
Yeah,
Patrick, George, Oral.
Yeah,
you know, we're
man.
going to get more into some of the musical history with some licensed musician later on.
Definitely.
So, started in the church, being the singer, coordinating concerts all over the parish of just about every church of God in Christ.
And Methodist too.
And Methodist too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who were some of the people that encouraged you or influenced you? Because I know you tell me you basically self-taught
Yeah.
playing the bass, but who helped you? Who inspired you and emphasized that you should really pursue this? Let you know that you're good at this.
All right. Where singing is concerned, I have to say there was this bishop from in America that always come down to convention.
Oh.
And I sang one day in the convention, and from that day, every time he's going to preach, I have to sing.
Oh.
So
Okay.
he was the one who is always telling me that, yo, you need to take this serious.
You need to
because
push
you're
yourself.
good at this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I got a call. Some I don't know, at the time it wasn't phone, but I got a check from what's his name again? Oh my God. Mr. Pinnock. There was a man in St. Thomas named by Mr. Pinnock.
Was he a fireman?
Was Mr. Pinnock a fireman? I think he was a fireman. You know? I think he was a fireman. But Mr. Pinnock.
He lived close to Anglican to Methodist Church.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was the one who was managing this band in the Methodist Church called
Pinchy,
Methodist Youth Band.
That's probably Kim and Jackie uncle, Tootsie brother.
Well, I wouldn't remember really, but he was the one who saw me singing somewhere and pulled me into the Methodist Youth Band.
Yeah, it's Pinchy. There was two of them, one older than the other.
Yeah. I was like probably about 12 at the time.
Okay.
You know, so there was this girl named Claudia Otar.
No, I know who she is.
You know Claudia?
Of course. That's Sean's and Larry's little sister.
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
know everyone.
I really like some people. Come on.
Okay, so she used to also sing in the band.
Oh, I didn't know
Methodist Youth Band. So we were the singers. When I got there, she joined, and you know, we had like Andrew bass and Kenton and guitar, same Kelly and drums. Who was on keyboard again? I think it was Mikey Monteith.
Yeah,
From
Yallas.
Yallas.
From Yallas, yeah.
Yeah.
Live right in the corner right there.
Right. So we had this powerful little band in the Methodist church, church hall there. You know, probably that is something that we need to, or probably I need to look into to put that back together.
I was about to get into stuff when we get later on in the interview when we talk about inspiration. Matter of fact, let's just get right into it. Like I was once told, the highest human act is to inspire.
Right.
So, you know, you got your inspiration and your motivation from that bishop.
Yeah.
And like you said, you looking into probably reinvigorate the
Methodist Youth Band. Yeah, because it was something that I felt like it have everything to do with who I am now.
Exactly.
And I'm sure that, I mean, things
you could inspire and
yeah,
help some
things
other
has
kids
been
coming
things
up.
has evolved a lot and a lot of things going on now. But I still think if we have something like that, where you will find youths that would be interested into that. So probably that I not even ever think about it like this, but probably that is something that we really need to look into.
Because when I knew I was gonna sit down with you, I wanted to ask you that. Do you think? Because I've heard like well-known producers say they don't know how to play instruments. They tell the musicians what to play, but it's the producers that gets the credit. So so and so was produced by so and so, and they will say they can't even read music and they
Yeah.
don't play any
Yeah,
instruments.
this unfair.
How sad is that?
This is very sad. I mean, I've had tons of experience where that is concerned, doing. But we get into that. Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. So yeah. From where inspiration comes from, that was the biggest part of the music. You know, where I start seeing it more professionally, because they start charging people to come into concerts and stuff like that. People start hiring the group to come and perform.
Methodist Youth Band.
Yeah.
So that's the St. Thomas circuit. So there was a period in time when you realized like you have to go further.
Yeah.
And you have to
Yeah.
depart from the beloved
St. Thomas. Well, I don't want to say it like that, like a depart, but yeah.
Yeah, listen, it's a departure.
Yeah.
For the
higher
greater
things,
good
for
of your
higher
career.
things. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for some, I'm gonna give you a little more history on Methodist Youth Band, because whenever I do interviews, I like to big up that part of my career.
The essence.
Yeah, because this is where I first pick up a bass guitar, because I was really a singer. Now, the band was going on. Essence, Methodist Youth Band members actually become Essence Band.
And speaking of Essence Band, I was around Essence Band a lot as a kid because, like, you know, Mr. Orwell, big ups to him, we literally lived in the same house. So as a kid, he would take me everywhere. That's why I'm familiar with stuff like, you know, the drum set. I know what the bass, the bass drum is. I know what the snare is, the tom-tom, the cymbal, the hi-hat. I know.
You have to help him set them up and pull them down.
I couldn't really play them. I could, you know, mess around a little bit, but I know what it is. Like, I know what a lead guitar, a rhythm guitar, bass guitar, the percussions. I know all them things because as a little kid, I don't know why he used to take me with him, but you know that basement where Mr. Stone used to take pictures?
Under there, the band used to rehearse.
Essence Band used to rehearse there for years.
I used to leave school and go there every day.
Yeah, I was there a lot as a kid.
Under there. You know, just
walking home to license late night, 2, 3
But I used to ride to school. So I used to just park my bike outside and just inside here till time come for me go home. Enough time, Delaware, where you come from this late? Blah, 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 blah. You know, the music, so the music stay. But yeah, so those musicians that was with me in the Essence, in the Methodist Youth Band,
they transitioned to Essence Band.
Essence Band. And
Tombo was the singer.
Tombo was the singer. Wicked singer that.
And you know. Kelly was also one of the drummers.
Right. So
Andrew on bass, Morgan guitar, George Lowe on rhythm. And Oral and Kelly were drummers. Mikey Monteith was the the keyboard guy. Yeah, I remember.
Man, big band, and these things are really legacy, you know, because Essence Band did, you know, become one of the big bands.
It was one of the top bands.
One
I
of the
don't
top
think they
bands
had much
Jamaica.
competition from anybody. Really.
No, because they were like the next Third World.
Yes.
To me.
Yes.
You know, because they were doing like the same kind of vibe.
I remember even going to a show in Dallas with Eddie Fitzroy, and I was the opening act. I was breakdancing. I was 13 years old.
Yeah, and I can remember they did a show also in what them call it? Rum store.
Across from
Yeah. They did a
I wasn't there. I heard about it.
Yeah, it was a big show.
Yeah,
I think Third World was on the show too, and them. And yeah, it's sad how these groups have to pull apart, but it's a journey, it's a life, you know.
Is there any band left anywhere besides the big backing bands? You know, is there any band left in St. Thomas?
No, not. Well, you have little bands that is trying now, you know, but there's no, like where we take it, there's no band that come up again like that.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So let's move on. So it's not a departure per se. You had to,
Yeah.
step up to
Yeah.
go elsewhere to pursue your career as
Yeah.
a
So
very good bass player.
after the Methodist, I went into a band again called Peace in St. Thomas.
Oh, never
That,
heard of them.
no, because probably that time you left. That was like in the late 80s.
I was there, but probably caught up in different things.
Yeah, in the late 80s, like 86, 87 going down there.
Yeah.
So that band becomes the next Sagittarius band.
Oh, okay.
Also, because that was me, George, no, Alfonso from Do Any Pen, George, John, Patrick, and thing there, Nigel Higgins on keyboard.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. And there was another guy called Chris. I don't remember his last name from he used to live out by Church Corner there.
Oh, I'm not sure.
He was one of the keyboard player also. So that band was the band who first even put Major Mackerel on a stage and stuff like that. Because we used to do a lot of events in St. Thomas, especially over the All Age School.
Was that event with Major Markel at Goodyear over?
Yeah, we did event because actually we were
I remember that day.
yeah, we were like the Goodyear Oval was where we rehearsed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cause we had a guy that was working with Goodyear called what's his name now? I can't remember these people. So long. But there was our manager at the time. He used to work with the Goodyear.
Okay.
So he got the space over there. So this is where we used to rehearse.
Okay, so after Pace Band.
So after PS Band, no, I was.
Tell me about the Nord course.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about that. Now. So there was this guy from License play drums called Juna. He comes from right out of Kasha Road. Him father, them used to have, I think they still do have a bar and a, you know Juna, them have a bar, what's Juna last name? McPherson or something like that.
Okay, Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan. Yeah.
Carlo.
Carlos. Yeah, well,
You just have to hate the right name, I'll tell you.
I'm just trying to, because it's so long ago, so I'm trying to remember everybody.
Yeah, big up to Colin at Toronto. Running to Toronto.
Yeah. So he was the drummer. He was a drummer in thing there, Methodist Youth Band.
Oh, Methodist Youth Band. Okay.
Yeah. So that's after the transfer with Essence. He was the one who came in.
Oh.
So he left and went to Moby to work into the hotel.
Okay.
With my cousin Everton. That was also playing bass when Essence moved. Everton was the bass player.
Oh, okay.
See, so the musician them are travel together.
So reading your bio, because even though I know you, I couldn't just sit down and pretend like I know everything. Come on now, it's
Yes, and it's been a while.
Long time.
Yeah.
You tell a story about how you landed a 1-year gig in Japan. That story is a phenomenal story.
Yeah.
So you were just like rehearsing, and some Japanese on vacation heard, and came over to see what was going on. Next thing you know, you're in Next thing you know, you're in Japan playing for a whole year.
Just like that.
Oh my God.
I mean, you see, I think when you're born for do something, you don't have to try.
Destiny.
Yeah, it's like a destiny. It's like the goodness of the Almighty just follow you. You know what I mean? Because I didn't even tell you this. I mean, nobody have ever shown me a note or a finger or nothing on the bass. I just took it up and played, just like that. Yeah.
Look at God.
Yeah, and when you check it, keyboard is the same thing. I was working for a company in Canada. We're chopping up, going back and forth, but as it come, working in Canada, a company as their production manager. So a lot of studio work. Going to the studio, we get a list of all of the musicians them in Canada, choose some, book them for a session. 2 days straight, nobody show up. And I was wondering what was going on. Nobody showing up for the session. So we just did it. I've been working on an album with Shaka Demos and Pliers, Everton, Blender. Nobody's coming to work. So one day I get to work and I just said to the engineer, say, yo, fly up everything. And he woke up everything, he woke up drum machine, he woke up keyboard, he woke up everything. And I started put them on one, building the rhythms.
Because I wanted to ask you that too. Isn't producing almost like a natural progression for instrumentalists after a while?
Yeah. But it's still, you have to know how to create. Because you have some of us who can listen and play back, who can read and play, but you don't know how to come up with a melody. You don't know how to come up with a bass line for yourself. You don't
Just
know.
like a good rapper, he could freestyle and battle rap, but he can't make a hit song.
Can't make a hit song. And it's like everybody, to me, everyone have their purpose. Some people can multitask, some people just can't do one thing. You know, but I give thanks to the Almighty because in music I do everything. You know?
Another interesting part of your bio, what that stood out to me, is a very popular movie called How Stella Got Her Groove Back. You had something to do with that soundtrack.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
So, oh my God, we skip a lot of things.
Yeah, but you know, that's how it is. That's how it is sometimes.
So, I used to be the musical director for BEENIE MAN.
We're gonna get into that.
Because that leading up to that.
Yeah.
So I would have to, if I talk about that, then I have to talk about.
So let's pause. Let's hold on to Stella Got Her Groove Back, because I want to talk about. So you was in Japan for a whole year.
Yeah.
You came back, and let's talk about that little era where you were playing with Original Heat Band that later became the Blaze Band.
Right. So actually, first hotel was Royal Caribbean in Mobile. I spent like probably about 8 months because right after we went there, Gilbert blew.
Okay.
So Gilbert blew me back to St. Thomas.
Okay.
There's no job.
Okay.
I spent probably about 4 months waiting on the hotel them to come back up and thing. I went back to Mobile, find out that the band that I used to play with in Mobile moved to Negril. So I went to Negril. When I got there, it was a whole lot of mix-up. They already had a bass player. I have to be playing part of the show and him playing parts. So I couldn't take that. So I went back to St. Thomas again. So I was in St. Thomas, I get a call from a good friend of mine from Trinity,ville called Lance, guitarist. And him said to me that they want a band in Americana Hotel in Ocho. They want a bass player in Americana Hotel in Ocho. So yeah, I go and I check it out, you know. When I went, I booked up this bass player called One Drop. Used to be the bass player for this band called Hot Peppers. But he was the one who was doing like the interview to make sure I say I'm good, doing the audition. Anyway, I knew him. So first him see me, him say, well, you, I know you from Mobile, man. If you want a job, you get the job. So I got the job. About probably 2 months within that job, we were at a rehearsal. We rehearsed in a restaurant settings, like, you know. And while we were rehearsing, I just see the door bust and about 4 Japanese step in there. Camera, some big camera. And we still rehearse and not pay them no mind. Anyway, when we finished, the manager said that they are from Tokyo. And they have a club and they're scouting for musicians to come to do resident. Anyway, they liked us. But one problem they had, none of us was Rasta. So we were all bald, jerry curls and, you know. Anyway, my manager, because I was the band leader, so he was saying to me, boy, we'll miss the opportunity because they want a Rasta. That means a great thing, kind of. always my brain always around. So we just think up quickly and say, yo, so make we braid. So we just braid we here. Everybody braid.
Okay.
So you find short braid, all kind of braid. And then we do the band picture and send it back and give them. And them say, yeah, this is what we want. Rastas.
Okay.
So we trick them. Just to go, you know.
Just to get a chance.
Yeah. So we went down there and yeah. The rest is like, we went there for a 3 months contract. We spent a year. So you know it was good.
So tell me about coming back home now and playing in this club called Club Inferno.
Yeah, well, after I came back from Japan, I spent like a month in Jamaica and went straight to Cancun, Mexico after that to do the same kind of thing. Club, and 8 months, come back to Jamaica.
So would you say those type of gigs, the year in Japan and all the gig in Mexico for that tenure, would you say like it was worth it? Did you make a good living?
Yeah man. I mean, yeah. It was better salary where that is concerned, and it was a development also. Because
So it was a win-win.
Yeah, it was a win-win. No question. And I mean, what we were doing, we were spreading the culture, and at the same time developing up ourselves. So
And making a living.
I'm making a living while doing it and loving it too.
And loving it too.
Because,
Getting paid to do what you love. They
Starlight.
say it's paradise.
Yeah, Starlight.
Most people go to work like, damn, I don't want to go today. But
sometimes you look for your little self a carol from Papa Spring a carol, you buckle, you upon a water, go up with little hill and a slide, and you say, man, this is me.
Yes.
I can't believe there's little Johnstown boy in a limousine. And say, yeah, it was really nice, you know what I mean? So
we want to get into
Disco Inferno, the BEENIE Man leader.
Well, that is a stepping stone to being the backing band for Mr. Moses Davis for 9 years.
Yes. So coming up in the music business, I had a hymn. There was this band called Sagittarius Band.
Mr. Derek Barnett.
With Derek Barnett, right? And my energy was to be him. But watching him still, I have my own style still, but I want to be that person.
That was your inspiration. That was
Yeah.
your idol, so to speak.
Yeah. Like those days was the big cassette them. So when Sting done, I always go find it and study them. You know, I always want to be this guy. So my aim, when I'm in Japan and all over this place, my thing is to come back to Jamaica and play in Jamaica, play upon Sting, play all over in Jamaica that people can see me.
And I'm quite sure you've achieved all of that.
Oh my God.
Did you ever meet Derek Barnett?
Yeah, sure. Derek Barnett is my friend right now, good friend. And I'm going to tell you something too. I'm born the 28th of November, I'm born the 28th of November too. So we share the same birthday.
Look at God.
Yeah, God is good.
Well, what they call that, divine intervention?
It's a divine
or is it destiny or one of them things? I don't know.
Yeah. So, I always want to be this person. And this is the vibe and the energy that I bring to the stage. So, when we come back from Mexico now, this man by the name of Maurice Fletcher approached me. Say he's trying to put a band on the road. Not to back BEENIE Man, but just to back anybody. You want a backing band if I'm interested.
In that club.
Yeah. Not the club really. The club was, Disco Inferno was like a resident thing. Blaze Band was just in Disco Inferno. Or originally it was just there backing, like same like the hotel kind of thing. But it's on a different level because you're backing recording artists now. Yeah. So the night we did, like the week before we did, I think we did Sanchez, and then this week was BEENIE Man week.
So you guys formed Original Heat that became Blaze Band as a suggestion from radio personality Richie B.
Right. Well, Richie B didn't name the band. He said to me that the name that we had original it was too long. It felt like it didn't carry a buzz.
Obviously, Richie B understood
Yeah,
branding. He understood
yeah,
branding
branding and
very well.
yeah, I didn't even first time I'm really having dialogue with him, and I felt a little taken back when he said that, but because this is the name that I've been working with, and it was good for me.
Okay.
Anyway, as I said to you earlier on, thinking, always thinking. So right away, in minutes, we were having the conversation. I told him, so what do you think about Blaze? And he said, yeah, that's a better name. So from that night, we named the band Blaze. You know what I mean? And the band did Blaze.
What were some of the other artists that you guys backed
Well,
as Blaze Band?
you name them.
Wow. Anybody?
Anybody.
Everybody.
Just close your eyes and just call up artist name.
Uncle Barris.
Everybody.
Bounty Killer.
Everybody.
Oh, and I say no more. I'm my DJ.
Capleton, Louis Culture. Everybody.
Oh, okay.
Sean Paul, Lady Saw, Cecile. Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So that led to 9 years with BEENIE Man.
Yeah, yeah. So that night he came down and yeah, we performed and it was crazy.
You guys didn't rehearse with him.
No
But he was
rehearsal.
so impressed with the work
Definitely.
for a band that he didn't rehearse with.
Yeah, and he came to me after the show and said, tell me something, own the back. So I said, no, I really no.
Nobody specific.
Nobody special. We just back. Anybody who call me. So he said to me, say, well, from after tonight, you're my band. So I said, okay, sound good. Anyway, me and my manager drive up back to Kingston the night and I show him, say, you know, BEENIE Man checked me and said to me that he want us to be his backing band. And my manager turned to me and said, no sir, garbage. Don't think about BEENIE Man, man. Think about Sanchez and Juna Tucker and them name them a call to me.
I don't know your manager, but I think I can take a guess why he said that.
Yeah, because at the time, the DJ thing.
They like to say singers last longer
Yeah.
than DJs.
So he was pushing us more into that part, you know, because we were already back in Sanchez and Juna Tucker already.
Isn't Sanchez phenomenal?
Yeah, he's a great artist. Kevin, man, I'm a virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Pinchers are my favorite singer still, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm a virgin too. All of them are a virgin, but. So yeah, and while he was saying that to me, you know, there was something going on in my head. Like saying, you can go and talk to your dog. Say, BEENIE Man, me never feel the way how me feel tonight. Me never feel so with no artist yet. So I felt the connection. So me just like wait.
And that led to being BEENIE Man's backing band for 9 years. I'm quite sure you toured the world with BEENIE.
Definitely.
What was your favorite, what was your favorite place to play with BEENIE Man?
Jamaica.
Really?
And I'm going to say Jamaica because at that time, whenever Blaze Band and BEENIE Man touch the stage,
Play smash up.
yeah, it not stop. It's like, it's like
normal.
No, it's normal. So I have to say Jamaica, and then I'll say Japan.
The reason why I asked, a lot of people like to say Japan is their favorite place.
Yeah.
I've never been to Japan, but I've been to London a few times.
Yeah,
There is something with our music
definitely.
in England
Yeah.
that feels different from everywhere else.
Yeah, because you know why? The England people, them take the music more serious.
I think they respect it
Yeah. Them more respect. Them have more respect for it. A serious thing at
Because
all.
my first trip to England, this was, I don't know, 1999. You know, someone said, I'm taking you to a revival session. I'm thinking, no, I don't feel like our church right now.
Yeah, with a
But
reggae.
But he wasn't talking about church.
A reggae one.
He was taking me to an old school reggae vibe.
Yeah, man.
And I didn't know. So he told me the next day, like the type of music that they play at the revival session. I'm like, damn, if I knew it, I would have gone.
Yeah, because I saw England stay, man. Because I remember, you know, even some of Bob Marley better songs
were produced in England.
Yeah, it was recorded in England.
Yeah.
England have that kind of spirit to the reggae
What's
music.
the white radio guy name again? Radigan.
Radigan.
I heard he told a lot of stories about some of the songs we know.
Yeah.
Bob Marley classics like
Yeah, man.
they were all recorded in
Yeah,
England.
man, yeah, man, yeah, man. England have a spiritual energy towards reggae music, and they create a lot of good music too. You have bands over there like Aswad and those bands. When you hear them play, you would listen.
Inner Circle is from there too, right?
No, Inner Circle is from America. And musicians, Jamaican musicians, but they're from. They live here in America.
Okay. Why did I ever think they were from England?
No.
Okay.
In UB40 England,
They're from
Aswad.
England.
You have quite a good number of good bands out of England.
What is your most memorable show of Beenie Man? And what makes it the most memorable show?
All right, the most memorable show for me is a show we did in a club in up in Ligani called Mirage.
I heard about it.
We were on tour, and for some reason they call us back to Jamaica to do a show. I don't remember, it was some celebration, and we end up doing the show. So the show, I think the first night was a Thursday. The show was supposed to be like the Thursday night, and we went to the show, and then the place was rampacked. Like the same amount of people that is inside is the same amount of people outside.
Where is this again?
Mirage. There was a club called Mirage.
New Kingston?
No, in Ligani.
Ligani. Oh,
Yeah.
You just said that.
So that night, they realized that the show cannot be just one night show. So the day after, we went back to the same place to do a follow-up of the same show. But this night now, they had Garnet Silk to the bill. So Richie Stevens, no, not Garnet Silk, they had Richie Stevens to the bill, but Richie Stevens and Garnet Silk had a song called Get On Up, Stand Up, Fight Back. Remember that song?
Don't give in.
Yeah. So we hadn't seen Garnet Silk for a good while. Like he went into some exile or something. Nobody was hearing anything from him. So this was like the first time he was gonna come back out. Nobody knew, not even we. We didn't know that Richie Stevens had that up his sleeve to call him on. So this is why it's something that I can't forget. Okay. In Richie Stevens' performance now, he said he had a surprise. So people start think probably it's Garnet Silk because they had this big song and nobody seen Garnet Silk. Anyway, it was him. And when he came on the stage, the place erupted. I don't know if you've ever been in Mirage, but Mirage was like, it was like a balcony kind of thing, and it grow and come down. So people all the way up here, so looking down.
No, I've been in asylum.
Yeah, Mirage was one of them kind of looking thing. They like a space, like a spaceship, you know.
Oh,
So
okay.
everything is down upon the floor, but you have people all around it.
Okay.
And the place erupt when Garnet Silk appear on the stage. And remember I told you earlier, I'm a church man. Holy Ghost filled, baptized church man, media. Brother, I felt like I was in church. My head swell up, the same vibe, like you get the blessings there.
Different energy.
Different. And the man come out on the front of the stage and the people will make some crazy noise. And the guy will up and put over and something. And let me tell you this. If a pin drop, you could hear it. You know?
Yeah.
And that stood out for me, and I'll never forget that. I mean, I have some more moments
I'm quite sure
with
you-
Beenie Man himself,
Yeah.
but that is what stand out in my mind up until today, working with Beenie Man. The appearance of Garnet Silk in Mirage Club
Yes, big up Beanie Man. I'm not a fan, but I respect his catalog.
No, but Beenie Man are the greatest one.
Yeah, but I,
I want to talk about Beenie Man. If
I
we're
want,
gonna
I
talk about Beenie Man,
respect
and I
his
respect your
catalog.
opinion,
Yeah.
and I respect.
I just become I just become a Bounty Killer fan. I just become a Bounty Killer fan. That's all. I respect Moses, but Bounty I'm a DJ.
Moses now is like, for me, yeah, we had a very
In catalog serious, you know.
no man, we had a very good journey. Me and Moses, you know, we create stuff in the dance hall that even up to today day, a cornerstone. You know what I mean?
Is anyone? Do you have any? Do you have any influence in any one of his hit songs?
Well, all right. Look how Beenie Man stay now. You see, if we are tour or we are do anything, and energy come, and bring it from the stage to the studio. So I probably don't write any of his songs, but we create the energy to create the song. So when
And that is very important.
of course, I mean everybody know that I was Beenie Man vibes man. But you would hear Beenie Man say baseline, and me ma talk about any kind of energy. Where are you? Me have to come up. If Beenie Man up on the front of the stage, me have to up on the front of the stage. So it was that kind of union that we had. So yeah, and up to today, I really don't see no other artists that step up to the plate in terms of performance, being a full package of an artist. I give that to Moses.
I respect his catalog.
Yeah, man. I give that to him.
Bounty Killer, the DJ.
Big up to Bounty.
Bounty Killer on the borderline.
Big up to the killer. Big up to the killer. I'm virgin to you know.
So, you know, that stint with Moses led into you having something to do with how Stella got a Groove Back soundtrack.
Yes, so yeah, we're gonna get to that now. So we came off tour one time and I was contacted by Patrick Roberts.
Oh, okay.
And he told me, that was Beenie Man manager at the time, he told me that there are some people from America that is doing a soundtrack for a movie. And, you know, they want some bass line and, you know. Yeah, so I went to the studio and met up with Terry Lewis. Terry Lewis is also a bass player.
Oh,
From
okay.
America here, producer, bass.
Oh, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yeah,
That Terry Lewis.
That Terry Lewis.
Oh, okay, big time.
Big time. So, I, you know, little nervous, you know, big producer and thing. But
Hey, listen,
yeah.
they're humans just like us.
Going on the session, first thing I did, I had like 3 bass at the time. So when I was going to the studio, I didn't know what they want, so I bring my whole. All my bass. That impressed him. Without hearing me play, just by seeing how I came
Where in
Anchor in Jamaica, Kingston.
Oh, okay.
A studio called Anchor.
Oh, okay. So Terry Lewis was in Jamaica. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that impressed him. Just to see how I approach.
Was he wearing a suit and that felt hat?
He had on the felt hat, but he didn't have on the suit. Yeah.
Okay.
So, when I walk into the studio, introduce myself to bass player Worm, and him say, "Oh man, you prepare, man. You're ready for this." And that made me feel more relaxed.
You don't know where we come from?
St. Thomas.
Paul Bogle Country.
Paul Bogle Country.
Ready for the world.
Ready. Yeah, and that experience was really nice because he's a very good producer, and he's a bass player. I feel like everything that I was playing, he could have played it too, you know. But he sat there with me, produced me, you know. And when he was finished with me, my head was slap off, as we would say, lick off my head to year back.
Was it more than one songs on the soundtrack?
Yeah, it was more than one songs. And what he did, he have me played like 5 different lines for the same song. And this is the first time I was experiencing that. And what he would do, he would look at the 5 line and he would take that out of that, take that out of that, and just create another line. So he's a genius. So I never experienced that, and that even
no wonder they're
enhanced.
that large.
Yeah, and that even enhanced my producing
So
ability.
you know what I'm gonna do now, right? I'm gonna buy that soundtrack and listen to it
Yeah,
a
man.
whole different
man.
way now.
The Lady Saw track, the BEENIE Man track. I think about 3 tracks I play on it, and I did some vocals on it too. Did some harmony tracks on it too. You know? Yeah, man, that was a great experience.
Yo, I never knew that.
St. Thomas to the
St. Thomas to the world.
Yes, I.
So you did all that great work with great artists, big time soundtrack. You are now an artist yourself,
Definitely.
and you've had an album out, and you have one coming soon.
Right.
Tell us the name of the first album.
Reggae Man.
Reggae Man. And the upcoming one is going to be called...
I don't even know if I want to let out the pussy out of the bag, but
okay, you can keep it.
yeah, I'm thinking of a name. Probably it might change, but yeah, I'm thinking of Kingstone. Kingstones.
Kingstone.
Yeah,
Okay.
not Kingston.
Got
Kingstones.
you. Kingstone.
Yeah.
You. Listen, man. We could go on and on and on. I want to salute you.
Yeah, man. Give thanks
for coming from Johnstone, you know, aka Mile and Quarter.
Yeah, Mile and Quarter.
You know, the only town in St. Thomas.
Definitely.
If you don't believe me, do your research, and if you find somewhere else with a town on it, you can keep it, because Johnstone is the only town in St. Thomas.
Yeah, man.
But before we wrap up, congratulations on an illustrious career that's still going on. You know, like I said, you're from the ends, and we're proud of that Palbogo country all day, every day.
Definitely.
On this program, I have a little thing I call License to Choose, where I give you a choice between two things, or two, you know, and you can choose one or the other, say why, or you could choose both, okay?
Yeah.
So here we go. As a music person, growing up in St. Thomas,
Yeah.
you must have been to several parties, because music is music.
Yeah. You want me to answer that? Must have been several parties.
Yeah.
I wasn't really the party man.
Irrespective, you must have heard about these two sound systems.
Come now.
Mellow Construction or Leeds Unlimited.
Am I too sound them?
Mellow or Leeds.
My two sound them, but I have to say Mellow. I have to say Mellow, because Mellow was more like, you know, my friend them, you know. We're around Mellow. Iberry, big up Iberry Road. And, you know, so Mellow, I have to say.
Which one of those guys like you were you cool with?
Well, yeah, put me on the spot now, John.
I can give you the names.
Give me the names.
JT, Bunpan, Shabazz.
All of them. Bumpan, everybody. You know Bumpan is a keyboard player also, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Bumpan is a keyboard player.
I know he dabbles in producing.
And he's a producer.
Oh, okay.
Big time producer thing, like a joke thing. But
big up Bunpan. Bunpan want to talk to you now.
yeah, him was a part of my coming up to another thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was at Methodist Youth Band also.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Just know
so that's why I tell you, say, is Mellow Construction, I have to say that. And them, right now, them want to cut off me because I have to do something special for them for the longest while. Yeah.
You need to get on that.
Yeah, I've got to do that.
All right, so moving right along.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
License primary, Yallas primary a little bit for 5 months. Mark Bay High School. Music was a big part of my life, you know, the party scene and all of them things. You know, my little history being around SS Fan with Oral Low and all them things.
Yeah.
You know, as far as hardcore dancehall music is concerned, I remember St. Thomas artists, where a lot of people don't even get the credit they deserve.
Yeah.
The Chicken Chess.
Okay.
The Shaka Shamba.
Yeah, man.
You know, Little Harry.
All of them guys there used to play with PS Band. We used to run up and down with PS Band.
So where I'm going with this is, I am ecstatic to see dancehall artists now who are now on the scene and not afraid to say St. Thomas. Like POPCAAN brought Drake to my neighborhood, licensed Pavilion.
Definitely.
That was phenomenal
Yeah,
for
man.
me.
Yeah, man.
I almost lost my mind
Yeah,
that
man.
night.
That was something. Big up to POPCAAN, yeah, because him always a talk about St. Thomas. Anyway, him not go around that.
SKILLIBENG or POPCAAN?
Two of them. Anyway, you know, it's two good artists, but you have to give credit to where credit is due. So I have to give POPCAAN the credit because he's doing a lot, has done a lot. SKILLIBENG is coming, coming good too, but for right now, POPCAAN is like the teacher.
You know why? Everything that you say about POPCAAN, I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
But you know why I rock with SKILLIBENG? POPCAAN been around before Skilly. Probably have a bigger catalog, more body of work. But there was a period in time I thought POPCAAN was from Portmore until I found out he's from St. Thomas. When SKILLIBENG came out the gate,
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas.
Yeah, but you're gonna feel, because people used to think I'm from Ocheres. I have to keep on saying, no, I'm not from Ocheres, I'm from St. Thomas.
Yeah.
Because of how you come out in the scene.
Yeah, there was
SKILLIBENG come out of St. Thomas.
Yeah, but POPCAAN came out
of
Portmore. Yeah.
You understand?
And later on we found out he was from the ends.
Yeah,
you know?
but from ever since.
I mean, your boss or your boss. Still.
Yeah, but from ever since, him always a talk about St. Thomas.
But here why me bias now? you see, big up POPCAAN. Don't know you personally, Playboy. Don't take this personal. Here why me bias now?
Yeah.
First time me hear brick pan brick. I don't like those type of. I'm not from that era.
Yeah.
I still listen to Shabba Rankin.
Right.
You know, everybody keep on telling about, St. Thomas and do make two call and all. So who are you? Them say, a Clive grandson. And, come on, no, Clive, like. Used to buy clothes from Clive, I know Clive personally.
No Clive.
So one night I go home and pull up the song,
Yeah.
Let me dissect this song.
Yeah.
And
Realize
the rhythm sick,
Yeah.
and him write the rhythm, and the very last thing him saying on this song was "License East Side." I was done.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man. And he's a youth. He spend a lot of time in Johnstown too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So how are you?
There's a couple of songs him say something about Johnstown.
Yeah, man. My son, a film set up friend for them age group.
For them age group, yeah.
So it's even him. Say, Daddy, say brick pan brick or so and so and so. And I said, what? Because I never know.
The first time I heard this song, I was like, I ain't got time for this.
Yeah, because really.
When I pull it up at home and put it in the Bluetooth speaker, I'm like,
man.
This rhythm is sick.
I just want to take this opportunity to say big up to the St. Thomas artists them. You know what I mean? Because a long time with it. Under the covers, we have to fight too hard for.
Not only in music.
Yeah.
So you were taking this opportunity to.
Yeah, man, to big up all of the St. Thomas artists, them from the Bushman, from right down to everyone who know the struggle of St. Thomas, because as you were saying before, it's not just music, but our parish is the parish that the country or the bigger heads them is like them pledge to leave us alone.
They call us the forgotten parish.
Yeah, it would be like Amanda say, you see them people over there, sir? Them have some kind of disease or something. Don't trouble them.
And I would like you to know that is motivation.
Yeah.
That leads to
man.
platforms
That make
like
we get
this.
so powerful.
Yeah, man.
That make we get so powerful because we know it, we see it. We've been through the struggle.
It's like an obvious neglect over the years.
Yeah, but
politicians and everybody.
But one thing I want to know, out of the 14 parish, out that's the best one. Because even Ochi, Mobi, the whole of them places, them are rate up and sea and push up beaches. And remember, say, I create them beaches. But we out of St. Thomas, we don't create them. I got the Almighty create them.
Ever heard of Golden Shore?
You ever heard?
Prospect Beach?
You ever heard of Bart Fountain? So, we St. Thomas is a place, man. Right now, man, I tell us, I love what is going on out there. You know, even the road situation that I see, the highway I sort out, and yeah, we can't wait for it because we have to show them still. So
I'm gonna show the world that what we already knew.
Yeah, what we already knew. We just have it out there, and we decide say
Jamaica would not be what it be without St. Thomas.
That's the first.
Do your research. Research Paul.
Just check out Paul Bogle.
Research Marby Rebellion.
You will know. Just hide them and hide it.
Yeah. Man.
So right now it's like a sleeping giant out there. You know?
Natty King or Bushman. If it's too controversial, I can leave it. You know?
No, I mean, you have to be real. I mean, Bushman is like one of the best real artists in Jamaica still, you know? In spite of everything where people have to want to say. You can't go around the truth. The man's voice is golden, and him write and sing some good song. And that is what it's all about. Music is all about the truth.
Even though I know who he is and everything, I didn't know his catalog was that serious.
No, man, a serious artist, man. It's no joke, man. And, you know, everybody have some kind of fault because the word perfect is a illusion.
We had a little mishap on social media one time, you know, because
someone
someone made a comment that he was the voice of St. Thomas, and I said I respectfully disagree because I was like, Tarrus is from there, isn't he?
Yeah, but Bushman is original. Bushman has been before Tarrus, so you can't. You have to defend Bushman. Tarrus, I'm a virgin, respect to Tarrus still, but Bushman was one of the first one that really, in our era, who really bust out that way there. Big, because I remember Bushman bust out big, you know.
Listen, I know I know the guy from him go around at Jice on Market Avenue.
Yeah, man, I rate him.
Him and him little crew from Kasha.
Rate him, man. Good youth,
but
man.
I was never really paying attention to his music.
We in St. Thomas still, we have the problem there. But we ourselves don't rate the people that is around us. So you wait until when we...
It is not a St. Thomas problem. It is a world problem. I want you to...
Right now, this is about St. Thomas.
It is, but it's not unique. That issue is not unique to St. Thomas. Every rapper that was murdered, that murdered in his own city. With the exception of Biggie and Tupac.
I understand up to that, you know. But for some reason, I am from St. Thomas.
Yeah.
I mean, I know St. Thomas people, them love me. Regardless. Back in the days, I was the person who, even before Bushman, I mean them see on them TV, I mean them see I travel all over the place with BEENIE MAN. So I was a St. Thomas idol. That was on the wall at Marby High School, artists paint me on the wall and all these things. So I know they love me. But I don't think they get involved. Because I mean, I try to do an event in St. Thomas too. Like I do the football artists, I bring in the whole of the artists to my pavilion and, you know, master side, and we don't get the support.
My decision I would go with Tarrus. I know Bushman. I think I like Tarrus songs better. But we can agree to disagree.
That is...
Bushman catalog is serious.
No,
Let me tell you something. I saw an interview with him, and even though I know him, I wasn't paying no attention to his music. Until I saw an interview and I started listening to some. I'm like, oh yeah, I heard this. The catalog is serious.
No, Tarrus is like...
That song Superman by Tarrus is something else.
Tarrus to me is more like a cabaret artist, because he will do all different kind of genre and all different kind of songs.
I think it's phenomenal.
For me, Bushman, because too, I'm a more like a roots artist. You know?
I wanted to ask you that too. I once heard Chronic say there's no difference between dancehall and roots reggae. Do you agree with him?
No.
There's a difference.
There is a difference. Different in a lot of different ways. There is difference in timing, difference in
Was getting good, right? I know what you're thinking. That's it? Nah, that's not it. Stay tuned for part 2. Right here on the Real License Podcast, the only show in the world that's licensed for real. You know how we do.